Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kingdom Revelation. I'm going to be reading Proverbs 23 and 24 today. I did want to say at the beginning, I had been wanting to come on here. I'm very happy to be here today, but there was certain things that were happening. First off, I somehow got a little infection on a nail cuticle, which is very unusual for me. That's never happened to me in my life. And I don't even know how that happened. I know that I had like dry finger nails and stuff. And so I did pull one of them. And so, yeah, that happened. And I was trying to soak it with salt water, warm salt water and stuff, thinking, well, that'll get rid of the swellingness and the infection, and it wasn't going away, and the nail looked kind of funny. So I ended up going to the doctor, and the doctor gave me antibiotics, and they said just finish taking them and it should be fine. Well, I finished taking them, and the redness was still there. It wasn't as swollen anymore. And the nail, it looked like, I don't know, very strange. And then after that, I mean, I did do, I think, one of the videos even with that, because it wasn't a big deal, or I thought, But then later on, I don't know, like when I was just about finished with the medicine, because they gave me antibiotics, what happened was I took a shower at night and I exfoliated, and I woke up with a big red blotch on my face. I mean, it wasn't a pimple or anything like that, and it was really strange. It had like two little prickle things, and then it was like a big, it almost looked like a quarter size, and it was bright red. I mean, it was very noticeable. And so I decided, I said, I better just go to the doctor, because I don't know what's going on since that happened to the nail. Maybe, I don't know what happened, So I went, and they gave me more antibiotics, different ones, stronger ones, and they just said put warm compresses on your face. So I didn't want to be out here on camera with that thing right there, It lasted for a long time, and I kind of have a little, not really, you can't really tell too much anymore, but it was really strange, because that had never happened to me. And my first 4 years in my career, I worked with plastic surgeons in their office, and I've worked with other doctors, and that never had happened to me. And I also went to school, and I got my esthetician license, and so I know about, like sanitation, disinfection, sterilization. I know about all that stuff, and I take good care of my skin. I mean, I use good stuff usually. I mean, I have the Dermalogica microfoliant, which is what I used that day, but it had nothing to do with that. I don't know what was going on. I finally figured it must be spiritual warfare. The enemy does not want me to do any teaching or anything else, because I didn't know what it was, so I didn't want to be around people, and it was around Christmas time too. So anyways, I finished all the antibiotics now. The nail, the doctor said it just lifted up off of the base. So it's still growing out, the other part, and then the little part, the new one is growing underneath. It's very strange. But anyways, the enemy's a liar, and we'll continue on doing what we were doing. So that's pretty much all the news, except for, also, I have to say, one of my uncles has been promoted to heaven, and we had to do all that, and it's, I mean, it's sad because we say goodbye to them here, but like I told one of my cousins, our hope is in Jesus, that we will see them again someday. And so yeah, that's what's been going on. So anyways, welcome to Kingdom Revelation. We're going to go on chapter 23 of Proverbs, okay? So if you're ready, here we go. Okay, it says, when you sit and eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before you. Put a knife to your throat if you're a man given to appetite. Don't be desirous of his dainties, since they are deceitful food. Don't weary yourself to be rich, and your wisdom show restraint. Why do you set your eyes on that which is not? For it certainly sprouts wings like an eagle, and flies in the sky. Don't eat the food of him who has a stingy eye. Let me look at this other verse here in my other Bible, so maybe it might clarify things. Okay, let me read it from here, from this one. Do not eat bread of him who has an evil eye. Okay. Nor desire his dainty foods, for as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, he says to you, but in his heart he is not with you. The morsel you have eaten you shall vomit up, and spoil your pleasant words. Do not speak in the ears of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of your words. Do not remove the ancient landmarks, and do not enter into the fields of the fatherless, for their Redeemer is mighty. He shall plead their case against you. And their Redeemer is God. He's their father when they don't have an earthly father. And, yeah. And this is the second time it's talking about landmarks. So in 2 or 3, it is established. So that's an established thing. Okay, let's continue on 23:12. Apply your heart to instruction and your ears to the words of knowledge. Do not withhold correction from a lad, for if you beat him with the rod, he will not die. You shall beat him with the rod and shall deliver his soul from Sheol. And over here it says, deliver, yeah, as it says the same thing. So it's from hell, really. My son, if your heart is wise, my heart shall rejoice, even mine. Yea, my heart shall rejoice when your lips speak right things. Do not let your heart envy sinners, but be in the fear of Yahweh all the day long. For surely there is a hereafter, and your hope shall not be cut off. So that's a good word right there. Hear, my son, and be wise, and guide your heart in the way. Do not be among those who are heavy drinkers of wine, or among gluttons for meat. For the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and slumber shall clothe a man with rags. Okay. Listen to your father who begot you, and do not despise your mother when she is old. Buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding. The father of the righteous shall greatly rejoice, and he who begets a wise child shall be glad because of him. Your father and your mother shall be glad, and she who bore you shall rejoice. My son, give me your heart, and let your eyes take pleasure in observing my ways. For a harlot is a deep pit, and a foreign woman is a narrow well. She also lies in wait as for prey, and increases treachery among men. Who has woe? Who has sorrow? Who has contentions? Who has complaints? Who has wounds without cause? Who has redness of eyes? Those who linger long at the wine, those who go in search of mixed wine. Do not look upon the wine when it is red, when it gives off bubbles in the cup, when it swirls around smoothly. In the end it bites like a serpent and stings like a viper. Your eyes will see strange things, and your heart will speak perversities. Yes, you shall be as one who lies down in the middle of the sea, or as one who lies upon the top of a mast, saying, They struck me, but I was not hurt. They beat me, but I did not feel it. When I awake, I will ask for more, to do it again. So that's somebody that's not learning their lesson. Okay, now we're on 24, okay? So if you guys are ready, here we go. I gotta remember to keep looking over here where the camera thing is. But anyways, okay. 24. Do not be envious of evil men, nor desire to be with them. For their heart devises violence, and their lips talk of mischief. Through wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established, and by knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise man is strong, yes, yes, a man of knowledge increases strength. For by wise counsel you shall wage war, and in a multitude of counselors is safety. Wisdom is too lofty for a fool. He does not open his mouth in the gate. He who plots to do evil shall be called a master of evil plots. The wicked devices of foolishness is sin, and the scorner is an abomination to men. If you faint in the day of distress, your strength is small. If you refrain from delivering those being led away to death, those about to die, if you say, behold, we did not know it, does not he who ponders the heart consider it? And the keeper of your soul, does he not know it? And shall he not repay to a man according to his deeds? My son, eat honey, because it is good, and the honeycomb which is sweet to your taste. So shall the knowledge of wisdom be to your soul. When you have found it, then there shall be a reward, and your expectation shall not be cut off. O wicked one, do not lie in wait at the dwelling of the righteous. Do not assault his resting place. For a just man may fall 7 times and rise up again, but the wicked shall stumble into evil. Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and do not let your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest Yahweh see it and it displeases him, and he turns away his wrath from him. Do not fret yourselves because of evildoers, nor be envious of the wicked, for there shall not be a posterity to the evil. The lamp of the wicked shall be extinguished. My son, fear Yahweh and the king, and do not fellowship with those who are given to change, for their disaster shall rise suddenly, and who knows the ruin of them both. These things also are to the wise. To show partiality in judgment is not good. He who says to the wicked, you are righteous, the people will curse him, and nations will abhor him. Abhor him. Abhor. But those who rebuke him shall be delight, and a good blessing shall come upon them. He shall kiss the lips that return right words. Prepare your work outside and make ready for yourself in the field, and afterwards build your house. Do not be a witness against your neighbor without cause, nor deceive with your lips. Do not say, I will do to him as he has done to me. I will render to the man according to his deeds. I went by the field of the lazy man, and by the vineyard of the man lacking heart. And lo, it was all grown over with thorns and nettles, and covered the face of it, and its stone wall was broken down. When I saw, I set my heart on it. I observed and received instruction. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, so shall your poverty come like a prowler, and your want like an armed man. So it's just saying, work, do what you need to do, what he has for you to do. So, okay, that was that. And let's see. I wanted to say, I don't know, he's been putting Psalm 23 in front of me a lot lately. So that's something to focus on at this time. And in Psalm 23:4, it does talk about the rod of correction. And also, it says, your rod and your staff will comfort me. So he's talking about using the rod as comfort. Like when the shepherd is herding his flock and just using it, to get in there, And so another thing that I wanted to talk about is, like if there's something going on with whatever it is, it could be oppression, it could be an addiction, it could be anything, really. You have to deal with it. You can't just let it go, because if you let it go, it will keep coming back, and it continues on through further generations too. So if there's something going on, deal with it and cut it off on your generation, so you can continue with better things in the future. You know, I have gone through things also, and you know, I just have to deal with it and cut it off. Um, so I wrote a couple of things here that I was going to say to you guys, and let's see. It says, people may get oppression or something else when their souls are wounded. So pray that the Lord removes anything, any hurt, any pain, any bitterness, any trauma. And if it's a lot of instances where you've gone through, you may have to go through and give it to him one by one, you know, each thing. And let the Lord cleanse your soul and forgive the ones that hurt you, you know, and not for them, it's for you also, because you are detaching yourself, releasing yourself from them. Um, you know, once you hand it over to God, he will deal with them. It's not like it stays like that, but his is the vengeance. His is whatever he's going to do, you know? It's not like, oh, they're getting away with whatever they did. No, it's not going to happen. He will deal with that. But then you will be released from it. It releases you and releases them so that they can change or hear God, you know, also for themselves. And it's not really the people, it's they're being used by evil entities, you know. It says in part of the word, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and all rulers, you know, all this stuff. And so you have to realize and kind of separate the two. Like the person, you can actually pray for the person, but rebuke the entities or whatever. And also ask the Lord to deal with them, you know, send angels or whatever you need to do. Because, you know, because the devil is a legalist. He tries to get them, like saying, okay, well, this person is doing that, so it's okay for him to do whatever. No. So you just go and ask for forgiveness. Ask Jesus, you know, to say that you're sorry about whatever. And because of the blood of Jesus, you know, we are forgiven and we are clean. We are cleansed. So once your soul is cleansed, that you've asked him to remove all the stuff, bitterness, hurt, pain, all the stuff, trauma, whatever, then you ask him to put in your soul love, joy, peace, or shalom. Shalom is nothing broken, nothing missing, which is more like a more complete form of peace. Everything from the Holy Spirit, to put it in you, you know. And so you prosper and be in health as your soul prospers. As it says in 3 John 2, it says, Beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health even as your soul prospers. So there you go. And remember that we have authority. And it says that in Luke 10:19. That's one of my favorite scriptures. And you should read it. Read it for yourself, what it says on there. And, you know, right now I'm reading The Believer's Authority by Kenneth Hagin, which is this one. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, and it talks about your authority, you know, once you find out that you do have authority, because God gave us that authority, you know. And when Adam sinned, the devil tried to take it, but when Jesus came, he freed us from all that. He took that back. He took back the keys of death, hell, and the grave. And so we have authority, and we have a say-so. We can tell him to get out. I mean, I was reading earlier where Jesus was being tempted, and as soon as he told him, I mean, he told him, "Away with you, Satan." And he fled. He had to go. So, and because of Jesus, we have authority. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. And I hope you have a great weekend. And it's been raining a lot, so we have water for our flowers and grass and everything. Hopefully they'll catch most of it, so that way we're good, because it's been like a lot. I mean, a lot. More than 5 inches of rain, I'm sure, because we have containers outside that, I mean, you know, like my brother has a bucket outside, and it's like, it's pretty full. So anyways, okay, I hope you guys have a great weekend again, and thank you for being understanding. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.